Welcome back to Blog Access 101. I'm your host, Young Abashi. This is episode 141. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify by searching Blog Access 101. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit the bell to get notified when we release new videos. I'm here today with my co-hosts, LR and Rod. What up, y'all?
Yo.
What up?
All right. We're jumping right for the first topic. Saturday divisional game recaps. I know LR probably happy that his sorry as Eagles won yesterday in a bold statement game, I guess you can call it, against the New York Giants. It was 38-7. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie, I stopped watching after halftime. It was like watching paint dry in that game. It was pretty boring. And also disappointing to see the Giants not put up a fight after talking all that they were mad. They said their starters into the season. And I thought they didn't come out there, give the Eagles all they got. And that clearly was not the answer. And LR talking about some sips, whatever's in his cup. But I seen a lot of Eagle fans on Twitter talking about it's hard to put in the quotations like it's hard to beat a team 3 times. I was like, damn. They killed that myth. But I'll let LR start off with talking about his team demolishing the Giants yesterday like that. That was just crazy.
Oh, we had a game yesterday? Oh, I didn't even notice. What a day. What a beautiful Saturday. 38-7. That's the same score we beat the Vikings back in the Super Bowl season. So if you guys are following trends, that's one trend that you guys can definitely, hold your head to. But I knew going into that game, the Giants had no chance. Everyone talked about that game against the Giants in the regular season where we played very vanilla and we won 22-16. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, the Giants can keep it close. One thing they don't talk about is that we were up 22-3 going into the fourth quarter. And then we just let the Giants score because at that point, the game didn't matter. We were pretty much just going to coast to the victory and run the clock out in the fourth quarter anyway. We went to New York, beat them 48-22. Shout out to my first half bet back at that time. Shout out to my first half bet yesterday. The Giants are no match for the best team in the NFC. And if you guys didn't know that we were the best team yesterday, you guys will surely find out next week when we knock off the 49ers.
Okay. I keep that same energy by 8:30 tonight Eastern time.
My phone's always available because I have no doubt in Brock Purdy and the Niners tonight. But even if the Cowboys win, then what does that mean? That means we have an easier game next week. That's all that is.
Okay. Don't worry about it. Dak 8-3 in his career against y'all. We'll be ready for y'all. But you guys did look pretty good yesterday. I can't lie. I mean, Jalen Hurts still didn't really throw, but y'all did enough on the ground that he didn't need to, and the Giants just put up such a pitiful performance that he didn't really have to do too much in the air. But next week, when you play out, you're definitely going to put that ball in the air. And that's when it get ugly for y'all. That's when it's going to get ugly for y'all. But Rod, what you think about that game yesterday? I know we didn't hear from you yet.
So, like an overly dedicated fool of a football fan, I watched that entire game, thinking that if Trevor Lawrence did it, maybe Daniel Jones can make a comeback. And then bam, it was 28-7. I was like, oh, there go one touchdown, 3 to go. And the next thing you know, 38-7. But I'm not surprised. Like it would have happened they would have beat the Vikings the same way. So that's why I knew the Giants wasted everybody's time by beating the Vikings that week.
They didn't waste my time. I picked them to beat the Vikings, and it surely did help me. So
yeah, that money man. So I ain't even checked that thing since that. I was like, I know I'm out. I know my season is over. But yeah, this Cowboys Niners game gonna be crazy because it just don't make sense. What Brock Purdy is doing don't make sense, and you figure it has to stop eventually.
He struggled last week. If he do that shit again this week, it's going to get ugly.
They say he struggled, but didn't he end up like 25 or 38 with like 4 total touchdowns, no turnovers?
Yeah, but that's when they was. I think it was like they were showing like comparison, like all that shit was like when receivers had like 5 yards or more separation. When it was close, he was struggling. So
listen, if the Cowboys win today, it's going to be on one man's shoulders, and that's Micah Parsons. And guess what? The Niners have a guy named Trent Williams. So
That's cute.
Oh,
He can get that work.
oh.
He used to get that work when he was in Washington. He can get that work again. For
It's gonna be because y'all secondary is all y'all don't have a playoff level secondary.
That's not what it was like last Sunday.
Yeah.
Well,
What I want to say is, the Niners have a better quarterback this year, a better defense this year, and the Cowboys essentially have the same team from last year, and they went into Dallas and beat y'all. Why should we believe in Dallas today? Tell me, Roberto.
I'll tell
Why
you
should
right
we
now.
believe in you
Dak Prescott
guys?
knows his career is on the line with the Cowboys as being a Cowboys quarterback, which is why you saw last week why he played the way he started playing when he played early on in his career, when he actually used his legs when stuff would break down in the pocket instead of just standing there like a robot. You have legs for a reason, buddy. Use it. And when Dak uses his legs, we're a dangerous offense because now not only you're looking for him to be able to throw the ball, now you got to key in on his running, which is going to open up even more of our passing game with CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, the great one of the best tight end in the NFC East, Dalton Schultz. You heard it here first. So with Dak running, it makes the linebackers have to key in more on his running, and as well as the D line. And they probably had to put a spy out there, and he could always run that option, and you just run it and then flip it off to my man TP and Zeke. So with him using his legs, it makes our offense even more dynamic. And that's what he did not do last year against the 49ers when we lost to them. He did not run at all. He kept trying to stay in the pocket, and we saw what that got us in L. So
I don't think he's gonna run today either. So
I think he is. You know what? You know what, people? Pencil in his lock right here. I'm saying Dak over 25 yards rushing.
okay. I mean, Mattress Mac bet $2 million on y'all to win a Super Bowl. So.
Oh yeah, I didn't like the odds there. I clearly did not like when I saw that. I said, "Shit."
Yeah, but I mean, it'd be nice. I would like I said, living in Philadelphia, I would love to see an Eagles Cowboys NFC Championship. I'm afraid for the murder rate, but for the good side of the party, man, it's gonna be one of the best times in years. Like the food's
as a
gonna be
fan,
flowing, the drinks gonna be going, like it's gonna be a great time.
can you imagine the brawls at Xfinity Live and in the stadium of the Cowboys? Well, I'm not saying if when the Cowboys play the Eagles next week in Philly.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. That's why I'm going to a nice little.
I was sad that they added those extra games for the regular season because I could have still been home. I could have still been home for this game when the Eagles play Cowboys next week.
Honestly, that's a game worth.
You can come back home. You want me to buy your flight? Let me know.
All right, save us. I might use my points. I gotta find the ticket though. But
you did convince me. I do like Dak running, so now I got the score 34-20 Niners.
Oh my god!
Thank you for reminding me that Dak will be running today. So I do have the Cowboys getting 20 points now.
Oh man,
Perfect.
Jesus! And then you got the Bills. The Bills are going to beat the Bengals. I can't tell you why. I just know.
Yeah, there's no question. Definitely, it's a no-brainer. The Bills. The Bills, obviously, they was going to win. I thought before even the Damar Hamlin situation. After that, I feel like it solidified them winning. It's like always like obviously could never be too perfect, but I'm like this is like a perfect recipe for a Super Bowl win. You got a dynamic offense. You got the defense players back. What they don't got a dynamic offense.
The Bills
he was saying last week their offense.
Exactly.
Oh my.
Their offense is regular. They don't do anything. The Bills are going to lose today. Josh Allen's going to throw two interceptions.
Didn't the Bengals almost lose last week to the Ravens?
To Tyler Huntley. Yeah.
Yeah, because he wanted to jump instead of giving my man J.K. Dobbins was pissed. He's like, I didn't get the ball once. I was like, yeah, talk your talk, J.K.
They should have won. If you run the ball with J.K. Dobbins, you win that game. I don't know.
Wait, time out. If the Dolphins coach wasn't vaping on the sidelines, then the Dolphins would have won because they would have had better time management. The man thought that he had 1st and 10 when it was 4th and 1. I'm like, bro, why are you so casual getting to the line? And then they went to 4th and 6. Like that really was the game. Like, listen, don't talk to me about teams that make mistakes. Because
I always thought
the mistakes last week.
I didn't ever think he was a good coach. Everybody was like, "Oh, he's great." I'm like,
I thought he was a great coach, and he is a great coach. To have them in that game like they were in that game with their third string quarterback, and you like had a chance to win, like that's enough. that's that's a good coach.
I just feel like the Bills just was relaxed, was too comfortable, So
Exactly. I feel the same way. And I feel like this week the Bengals are going to make the Bills very uncomfortable. The Bengals are playing for two things. One, they were going to beat the Bills in week 17, and they were going to have home court advantage for this game. So they're playing for that because they feel like they got gypped. So they're playing for that. And they're playing because everyone thinks that they had a lucky run to the Super Bowl last year. So they're playing for a little bit of pride to show these teams and show all these critics that they are actually a really great team. And you know what? I won't even say two things. I'll say three things. And then the third thing is everyone hailed the Bills as the Super Bowl champion before this
Mm-hmm.
season started, and it just made no sense. The Bills
Still do.
haven't done anything. They haven't done anything. They haven't won anything to be hailed as, oh, this is the overall best team in NFL. Until I see Josh Allen really prove to me that he can like win close playoff games, I am going to the Bengals. I've already put the Bengals money line in,
He ain't gonna
and
have to prove
I
it
know the
today
Bengals is
because
going to win.
he ain't gonna have to prove it today because Bills about 10 to 13 points. They're gonna win because the Bills are playing for stuff too. Obviously, playing for DeMar Hamlin. They're playing at home. They're playing because again, yeah, everybody has a lot of faith in them. They also know that like whoever wins this game gets to play a banged up Pat Mahomes. This is basically the AFC Championship today. And I'm sure they all know that. So the Bills got stuff to play for too, and their offense is explosive, and their special teams is now explosive, as we saw in New England. And they got Tre'Davious White back to go against Jamar Chase. You still probably should have a safety over top, but nonetheless, if there's a cornerback, I would put on Jamar Chase. It would be Trey White. So they're in a good spot. Expect the Bills to win 10 to 13 points today.
31-28 Bengals.
I'm just gonna tell you this is gonna be a blowout game. I don't know what y'all talking about. 31-13 Buffalo. Real simple. It's gonna get ugly real fast for them. They struggle against the second string Ravens, Huntley. They don't really got no wide receivers out there. Bills got a plethora of wide receivers, as well as a tight end that actually gets the ball now, Dawson Knox. You got Stephon Diggs. You can arguably say one of the best route runners in the game. Bengals coming to get that work today. Then you still got the element of just Josh Allen running the ball, which he loves to do. So, they ain't got no answer for that in that Cincinnati defense.
Yeah.
So, I'm definitely taking the Bills in a blowout. Yesterday I had picked. I'm gonna go through the picks. I had picked the Chiefs anyway. People were saying it was going to be a close game. I didn't really believe them, but the Jaguars, they really showed me something. Nice little. They got a bright
future.
They got
got a future.
Calvin really coming back next year, so they got another wide receiver to put over there with Christian.
Oh, yep.
Wait, I forgot they got Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, they traded for him.
Yeah,
they did trade for him. Yikes, they're going to be really good next year.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice little line. They got Etan over there and other running backs. The defense is pretty good. So that's a great spot. I mean, obviously, I took the Eagles yesterday. Hurt my
Smart
soul.
man.
Yeah, whatever. Today I'm going with the Bills, obviously, and Cowboys. Who are y'all 14? Let's start with Rod.
Yeah, Bills. As again, I would love it to be the Cowboys, but Bills, Niners, the Eagles are already there. And then the Chiefs. Everybody had the Chiefs over the Jags, but I will say I do owe Travis Etienne a big apology. I thought the Jaguars were absolute idiots for getting rid of James Robinson, and it turned out I was really wrong about that. Etienne's a problem. So
yes, he is. Except one of them fantasy when I actually needed him. What do you got, LR? I know you already got the Eagles. Who are the other three?
Well, I had the Chiefs. I still believe the Chiefs are the best team in the AFC. And then I got the Bengals and I got the Niners. There's literally nothing that shows me that the Cowboys are going to go into San Francisco and get this win.
I love that for you.
And I got the Bengals. And if either of you are glad to give me +6, I definitely will bet you guys.
Bro, +6. I better be getting the payout of the +6 from the casinos.
If you guys give me +6, I'll gladly take it. But
I give you 3. I give you a field goal because nobody wants to lose.
Both of y'all said blowout, but now y'all not trying to give me
No,
plus
I'm
6.
saying,
But
I'm saying, if we're doing this spread, I'm gonna need the payout that the casino give me for the spread.
they give you they give you this. You want 110? No, you'll get
That's
100. That's the same
that's
thing.
worse. Yeah, that's worse for you because you had to bet 110 to get 100.
Yeah, so this is the better deal than the casino. I'm giving you 100 for 100 plus
Nah,
6.
I don't like.
You said 31-13.
I did, but I don't like pluses. But what was I about to say?
Interesting.
Let's jump to the next topic. LeBron James, the Twitter debate: LeBron James all-decade team versus LeBron's all-era team. So I just give it the rundown. LeBron team had, of course, himself, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Giannis, and Embiid. And Jordan's team had Kobe, Magic, Shaq, Bird, and himself. I guess I started off. They said how many games that'd be in a 7-game series. I said it's going 5 at the max. I feel like Shaq gonna bully Embiid down low. Bird gonna bring Giannis out to have to guard him and shoot the 3. I mean, obviously Bird gonna be a defense liability, but I'll take the 3 for 2. You got Kobe and Jordan. Honestly, if I'm Jordan, I'm really putting Jordan on KD because that's obviously the best scorer on the team. Outside end wise, obviously Bron is a great scorer, but outside end is definitely KD. You put Kobe on Steph. That's basically taking the 2 best scorers right out of the mix, taking their heart because Jordan and Kobe are gonna talk crazy to people, and KD pretty sensitive. So that's gonna
And you
get
could do that. You could do that defensive matchup either way too. You could have Kobe on what you call it, and Jordan on Curry, and either way that'll work. Yep.
yeah. And then you put Magic on Bron. But they both like to attack the basket and both long and so you put then you got Shaq on Embiid. That's gonna be a nice little battle down low. Embiid do got some nice moves, obviously, but I feel like Shaq will get the better end of that matchup. So yeah, I just gotta go in 5 because I feel like Kobe and Jordan gonna lock down KD and Steph, and once they ain't getting no scoring really, they definitely gonna lock down KD and Steph, bro. Like we know how they get busy on defense and how they talk crazy to people. KD gonna get sensitive. So I got him going 5. LR, I'll let you think what you got to go in the series and who would you match up against who?
First, I'll say Jordan is my guy, but when I looked at these teams and these matchups, I couldn't help but say Team LeBron in 7 because like there's no way. When I look at this Embiid Shaq matchup, like I know Shaq's probably one of the most dominant centers I've ever seen, but like Embiid can do it all. He can shoot threes, he can shoot the mid range, and he can post you up. And I feel like he has the size and strength that could stop Shaq, and he wouldn't get dunked all over. I think Giannis has the power to take away Larry Bird. Kobe and Jordan, they're gonna get theirs, but I feel like Magic's passing won't be as prominent in this game because LeBron will be on them. And I feel like the threes that Steph and KD are gonna hit, because even though Jordan and Kobe are gonna be on them, all they're gonna do is just run that Embiid pick and roll and to get the Shaq switch. And then they're gonna hit threes over Shaq all the time. I just feel like in a 7-game series.
Oh, wait, do you not remember when I don't know if you watched the documentary with when the Team USA with Kobe and them. Remember when Kobe ran through that screen against
Yep.
against the Saw?
the Spain shit?
Yeah.
And he gonna do that
Yep.
same shit to Embiid, and Embiid gonna be like, I ain't setting no more screens.
Embiid is not gonna be like that because Embiid doesn't fool. That's the
That's funny.
thing. I just think Team LeBron, they got the better shooting from threes and they have the better center. And I think because of that, they have the advantage. And
Oh,
technically, there's 2 defenders, only Jordan and Kobe on Team Jordan, but Team LeBron, they have Giannis, Joel, they have LeBron, and then actually KD has been really coming on his own. So I think KD's good length to put on Kobe or Jordan to get to make those shots a little bit more difficult. Probably more so Kobe than Jordan. You really can't stop Jordan. But
Not
because of
Kobe.
that,
delicious. The disrespect.
Right.
You can stop Kobe a little bit.
I've literally seen Kobe score on KD at will, so I don't know.
I didn't see it at will. I saw the Kobe versus KD matchups, and it wasn't Kobe scoring at will. Kobe struggled sometimes because KD got their length, and it's tough to guard him. And then I saw Kobe get fried by KD a lot. So I think I got Team LeBron in 7.
I think you just want to be a contrarian.
Oh man.
I'm gonna call it Team Kobe because Kobe is my guy. So I got Team Kobe in 6. At the end of the day, Bird might be a defensive liability to a degree, but ain't nobody gonna be as big a defensive liability as Steph. You run everything at Steph, they're gonna score every possession. KD got length, can be a good defender, but he isn't consistently a good defender, so that's another defensive liability. Shaq would probably have Embiid in foul trouble pretty quickly, but I guess
I
it's
think
a
the
5
other
on
way
5.
around.
I don't know. I can see Shaq being lazy and just letting Embiid shoot, and that could be a detriment because like Embiid can shoot, but he also can shoot like 36% easily from jump shots. So, yeah, better shooting on Team LeBron because of Steph and KD, but at the same time, Larry Bird, Kobe, and Jordan they can shoot too. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Giannis not gonna be able to just plow his way into the lane with Shaq down there.
Oh, he's dunking on Shaq. Body City.
I don't know. Tougher team, like a mentally tougher team on Kobe's side. Love LeBron, but he's not known for his mental toughness. He's known for his skill. But I don't know. I've always been the guy who said like as great as LeBron is, like he reminds me more of Magic than like a Kobe or a Michael. So to have Magic out there, like hopefully them dudes can cancel each other out, and then it's just the Kobe and Magic show from there.
Yeah. I don't know why you guys got to go in 6 or 7, man, but hats off to you guys, man. We're not even talking about my man Bird might set a few screens and then pop out, hit him with a pick and fade and pop that 3. Because come on, you talking about Shaq gonna be laid off them screens. Let's talk about Giannis coming lay off the screen and Bird with that quick release buckets. It's in 5. I don't know why I got to go in 6 or 7, but you know. It would be nice. Too bad we never see that battle, but it'd be nice to see like a little 2K simulation, John, and see how that John would end up. Yeah, all right. So let's jump to what was the topic yesterday? The NBA All Stars starters. Right now, my man Embiid technically on paper right now might not make the all NBA East All Stars starters since he's 4th right now for the front court with KD. Giannis leading the votes, then KD, then Jason Tatum. But obviously, I feel like he gets in by default if KD's not back. I mean, obviously, that's not a way how you want to get in, but as a starter, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, it's been a dynamic. What they said, it's probably one of the best like MVP races in years. Like Giannis is playing well. I mean, even though he got injured, Jokic is like he's about to be a 3-time back-to-back MVP winner. Then you got Tatum is playing phenomenal over there with Boston. I think he would average 31 a game. Then you got obviously you can't say Shea Alexander because their team is just terrible, but he's been having a good season over there in Oklahoma City. I'm trying to figure out who I'm missing. I said Embiid averaging 33 and 9. Somebody else I'm missing that's having a great season as well. Oh, I really would throw Bron in there as well. Because the way he's been playing, how he kept the Lakers even afloat without AD for this long, I'm still pretty shocked by that one, especially at being the age of 38. So it's a nice. I mean, obviously, right now, Jokic is the clear front runner, but it's not as clear as it normally been over the last few years. But yeah, what do you guys think about Embiid might not make the starting lineup for the Eastern Conference All Stars?
Feels crazy. Definitely feels crazy. KD's injured. He's been out. The Nets been suspect, but the Nets have been great with him there, though. Yeah, I would probably have Embiid over KD just because he's been out a lot, and the Nets aren't that good of a team overall.
Can we talk about how my man Sabonis has been have a phenomenal season over there in Sacramento, and does not get enough love for that. Like, bro, he's 10th front court rankings. Like, that's crazy.
Who the top three over there?
AD, Bron, Jokic. I mean, that makes sense. But you got Kevin Looney, Draymond.
Like
Okay,
AD,
Kevin
like
Looney.
Wait,
yeah.
Anthony
I
Davis?
know you didn't say Kevin Looney. Kevin Looney's not in the top 10. There's no way.
Bro,
Anthony
looking at
Davis
it.
is Anthony Davis is top 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, popularity contest.
That's wild. Yeah, because he ain't even play like more than
But
half.
Yeah,
bro,
he's
and then even more, even outside of Sabonis, you got Laurie Marketing at 7, and you
He
got
been
Paul
cooking.
George over him. That's crazy.
Well, Lloyd
shout
been
out to
cooking.
me
Lloyd,
for getting him in both leagues because I'm a genius when it comes to this fantasy world.
Oh
While
I
my!
y'all
know.
are all still a step behind.
No, stop it.
I
But
mean,
who gave you that L on your record though? Let's just clarify that.
Oh my
Mike
God. The
check.
only L that I'll take this season.
Oh
But
yeah, until
yeah,
you play me again.
congratulations.
you played me in 2 weeks, and I've been the highest scoring team in the league like the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh
So I'm dangerous.
right. I'm just my team. We're worried about getting healthy right now because we
Yep,
might
make
lose
your
again
excuses early.
in a row.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I'm taking that 3 seed from you personally. I'm doing my own dirty work. You're right.
Oh, you're taking the 3 seed. Say less.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that, and then I'm
That
coming for the
means
2 seed next, and I'm gonna track down the 1 seed. I gotta do it all step by step.
the 1 seed, bro, I'm 5
Yeah.
games ahead of you. Stop.
You're gonna be 4. You're gonna be 4 in 2 weeks unless you lose the week before you play me. Then it'll be 3.
I won't. I am not losing at all the rest of the season. And I got my
You go.
2 best players out. That means I'm giving you guys the best chance ever to get me a loss, and y'all still won't do it because
what are the 2
y'all
best players
are
out? You
full
got
city.
one.
We talking about Tyrese and LaMelo are both out.
He got injured again.
Yeah, he got the same ankle. He's a weirdo when it comes to his ankle, but I'll live through it because as always, I always figure it out. That's why they call me the best fantasy player ever. They call me the Michael
What
Jordan
you
of
got like 2
fantasy.
championship off of 23 teams? Stop it.
7 championships to be corrected, but okay,
My
that's
goodness.
cool.
But
Looking for
That's
back-to-back championships.
because you've never been in the league with me. Here we are.
Oh, weren't we in a baseball league together? Who won that championship?
Oh, that's fine. That was my first
Oh,
year.
bro, don't start that, LR.
Exactly.
It was a 6-6
I'm just,
tiebreaker.
I just like, I
No,
just
no,
like stating
we're not gonna
facts.
do that. 6-6 tiebreaker because you
I
got
just like stating facts.
a random pitcher from the Braves wanted to throw a shutout. I'm like, he will get this in the championship round.
That's what you do. You gotta find the randoms in
And then your
championship
team
leagues.
is still getting cooked. And then Yahoo was like, oh yeah, we're gonna make this 10 days, give him a shot. Don't worry about it.
Shout out to my baseball championship, and then shout out to my future basketball championship. Don't worry, all this money just goes to me going out, turning up. So as long as you guys know your money doesn't get wasted, because I'll be outside all the time. You see me outside, don't be afraid to say hi. I'll say hi back.
I don't know. You text me for that land, so our money going to waste.
I didn't text you. It was $40.
I paid 100 for it.
Wait, time out. I didn't even charge you.
You kept $100.
Remember? Oh, I texted you because I was making bets for you, and you won a big bet. So it was a better's placed fee.
I just wanted you to say that on the recorded line.
Yeah, that's what that was. But yeah, I didn't text you for the
got him
lamb.
ratting on himself. But yeah, man,
The lamb, you was good.
what y'all think about? Yeah, what y'all think about? I'm looking at the East John. You got Julius Randle so far at the bottom, and I thought he would be higher since he's New York. But anyway, I guess New York fans aren't voting for him. Kuzma has a good year.
New York is with Brooklyn. They like Brooklyn better.
Yeah, true that. Unfortunately, that's crazy.
Have you seen the stadium?
Back.
Brooklyn Stadium better.
Yeah, you're right. I haven't been to the stadium yet, but it do look nicer.
You gotta go, bro.
I mean,
Easily
I like Madison Square Garden.
I didn't like it. I felt like the energy was off.
Oh no,
compared to when I was in Brooklyn, the energy was different.
I don't know, all that merch they had on, them people felt like they eat, sleep, and breathe the Knicks when we were there.
Trust me, if you go to a Nets game, it's a different vibe. It was way different. And this was the Nets team that was losing. I went to the Nets game when they were losing, and then I went to the Nets playoff game. But both times, the energy was way better than when I went to Madison Square Garden. Unmatched. That's what I'm trying to see what this Celtics energy is like.
Yeah, gotta get to a game, man. I was mad I didn't get to when I was out there because there was none when I went down there in January. But let's look at yeah. I mean, you got Shea Alexander fourth over there voting with guards right now. I'm not
Oh,
too
he
far,
making it.
not too far behind John or nah, because it's two guards. Never mind. So
Yeah, even if he don't start,
I think he'll make the All-Star team for sure, no question.
Yeah, he
yeah,
better make it.
Yeah.
for sure, for sure.
I'm thinking at this front court, like a lot of like Zion Williams and Anthony Davis. I feel like a lot of obviously they make it probably just be sitting.
They got Luca a guard. They got Luca as a guard.
Yeah, step 1-2 with that.
All right, that makes sense.
Donovan,
He got all the international votes. So Luca and Joker, you might as well just start them every year.
yeah,
There's
Donovan.
no way.
I mean, they earning it
Giannis
though.
too. I
Yeah,
mean, they are, but like those international fans, they ride or die with their people.
Embiid international.
I
Where
always
Pascal
forget that.
Siakam at? Where's Siakam at? Because he having a good year, low key. I think he averaging like 26, like
he's at,
eight and 7.
he's at 6 with a bum Toronto Raptors team. They
He's
are
still averaging like he averaging like 26, 8 and 7. So he cooking.
yeah, man. Send him to Philly. They can take Tobias Harris.
You just want everybody to come here for Tobias Harris.
Oh, somebody, please take Tobias Harris off our hand before the trade deadline, please.
Oh
He is here.
man.
And y'all talking
He
about the
is
Celtics
here.
earlier. Y'all talking about the Celtics having a good season. We a 2 seed. I just realized that. The Sixers.
Y'all 3 seed.
We're a 2 seed. What you talking about?
Oh, the young must have just snuck by the
Now we
Bucks for
speaking by.
remember.
Come on, man.
Giannis ain't played the last 4
I
games.
don't
Let's
care about
not do
none of
that.
that. We had Tyrese Maxey out for how long? James Harden was out. Embiid was out.
Oh,
I
all
don't
right.
get
Because
it.
I thought at first second I thought she was comparing Maxi to Giannis, but all right, I got
No.
you.
I'm saying injuries wise.
Remember, they haven't played a lot of games with Chris Middleton.
Oh,
Chris
don't
Middleton's been
remind me.
out. Drew
Don't
Holiday.
remind me.
Oh, true. Chris Middleton's been out. Drew Holiday's been out. Giannis has been out the last 4 games. Like it's not like the Bucks are completely healthy, but I give it to you. And then the Nets are also without KD, and you know they can't function without KD. But yeah, the Sixers got that little 2 seed, but are they going to keep it the rest of the season? That's the key. I'll give it to them. That 5-0 road trip was super impressive because I didn't think they were going to be the team that ever went 5-0 on a West Coast road trip. So that was definitely super impressive, and they're hot at the right time. So I am interested to see them when they play the Nuggets. I think they play the Nuggets next Saturday. That'll be a big game for them. But if they get that win, because they'll be home, then I'll start believing in the Sixers being a real contender.
Interesting. This guy's a hater. Yeah, I guess we go to the Ed Reed situation. You know, he basically blasted him out, called him out for not giving them the resources that they needed to build a program as well as continue to build a relationship with the students and faculty and improve the standards for students at Bethune-Cookman. You know, sometimes people don't like people that keep it real, and I guess they definitely like him keeping it real while publicly saying it for everybody to understand it. But sometimes you got to do that to see actual change. You can't keep keeping everything in house. Because you keep everything in house, eventually nothing's really going to be changed because they're just going to think they can just sit on their hands and not do anything to change situations. So you know, I've been liking what Dion and now Ed Reed been doing. Just basically sometimes you gotta call a spade and go at people, even if it's your own people. If you want to see the change you really want. And I feel like he kept it professional what he was saying, and he said even though it didn't work out, like he was still giving like not totally bashing Bethune-Cookman, he just kept it honest, and you know people don't want to hear honesty. But what y'all think on it?
I mean, good for Ed Reed for not being afraid to walk away because you know it's a job, still gonna pay you well, but he wanna do it the highest visibility. And same thing with Deion at Jackson State. Like he had to leave to go to a big white program because they got the resources, and that's what you got to do. It's not all against, I guess, Bethune-Cookman. Like the systematic racism kind of spreads out in a lot of different ways. The HBCUs don't get the resources and the funding that they probably should, but if you got to make noise, I mean, making noise is the way to get it all solved eventually. So, I mean, I think the casual fan will think it's Bethune Cookman. Like, who are they? But Now look, we're talking about Bethune-Cookman. Bethune-Cookman's on ESPN getting talked about. Like, this is the type of stuff you got to do. If you got to make it feel like it's all skin folk ain't kin folk, if it makes the change, it makes the change. So I'm all for it. Good for every.
Um, I don't know. I feel like these BCUs should do more to cater to these black ex NFL players and help them out. The reason that Dion left Jacksonville State is because they didn't have the funding so he could get the top recruits, which is why he went to Colorado, which is now look at him, he's got the number one cornerback the last 2 years, going to Colorado. And like Ed Reed, I know the deal fell through. It was pretty much because he slandered that whole organization. But I mean, that was the best decision he had to make because I feel like they were about to just give him the runaround. They were going to give him a lot of unnecessary pain. And I feel like these BCUs should be doing whatever it takes to cater to these players and to cater to these coaches because that's what's going to get you all of the top recruits, especially the black top recruits. And let's be honest, like the black players are who dominate the NFL, aside from quarterback position, but who dominate the NFL and who dominate college. So if you can get them to come to your college, then your program's going to be on the rise. So for what they did, Ted Reed, it's just going to just force the top black players to not even look that way. So I thought that was a bad move on them. And I know Ed Reed. He's super. I don't know him personally, but I know Ed Reed. He's super smart. He knows the game. He is going to get another coaching job, and he's going to bring a winning program to wherever he goes. So that's their loss, but that's definitely not a loss on Ed Reed at all. He has money. He's not worried about them. I'm not even going to say their name because they're so disrespectful. They don't even deserve for me to even mention them by name.
Yeah, if just saying they weren't reaching like the connections, then I guess you're saying, I mean, I don't know how true this is, but it's saying like the facilities was dirty, had to clean out his office instead of them throwing out the trash, which is kind of crazy because like that's like simple stuff professionalism wise. Like I don't know how
Right.
that wasn't like fixed. And then, sometimes people always want to blame, white and all that other stuff. But sometimes we be our own enemies, like just doing stupid stuff like that. And then you're trying to force him out because he's calling you out on stuff that y'all just not doing. So if y'all don't like getting called out on something, just fix it. It's real simple. But some people don't want to do right. They just want to make excuses and try to paint other people as a bad. Same way Jackson State tried to do Dion for leaving after. Like he never said he was staying there for the duration of his coaching career. I always thought his end goal was, obviously he never said, but I always thought his end goal was coaching at an NFL level. So I knew he was going to probably be at Jackson State for about 4 or 5 years. Obviously left earlier than that. But I figured he's like eventually either go to Florida State or one of these big SEC schools, which I still think he's going to do in the future. But right now, Florida State.
I say Dion get one. If Dion get a 10-win season in Colorado in his first 2 years, he can go to the NFL right away.
I feel like that's the end goal, So people just be wanting to knock these coaches instead of appreciating them for what they brought to these programs and proving them. So we'll see how unfortunately that was a terrible situation. But did y'all want to add anything else?
Let's go, Brock Purdy.
Oh, wow. Let's get out. Right.
I don't know. I of all things, y'all never will see this coming, but I'm actually really excited for the WNBA season to come back. I really want them to get some momentum and people start like loving this as a sport.
That was so random, but I appreciate it.
I know.
Super random.
It crossed my mind because like Dearica Hamby just got traded, and it was kind of like a little shitty because like she was pregnant and she wasn't getting treated right by her team. But nonetheless, and a shout out to Maya Moore on her retirement. Really wanted her to come back, but she got a really nice family story, so good for her.
Yeah, man.
It was obvious she wasn't coming back, but yeah.
Yo, LR is crazy. LR is the biggest WNBA critic ever. Go Mystics. Shout out to the Mystics, man. Let's go win another one.
You're a Mystics fan?
Yeah.
Oh, because Natasha Cloud, ain't that's your homie or something like that?
Yeah.
I'm a Mercury fan, and I never thought I would like Phoenix anything, but Shout out to my baby Skylar Diggins.
What do you about to
She's
say?
doing.
Brittany Griner. Oh,
I thought you
baby.
were gonna say Brittany Griner too.
Oh no, she a problem, but she is not my baby.
Well, I'm a Kansas fan, so wherever she goes, I'm going. So shout out Chicago. Let's get it. Let's get ring number 2.
Oh boy, unbelievable.
Sky's the limit. You get it, Chicago Sky.
Bye. I'm out. Hey, Philly, get a WNBA team. We need that. Dawn Staley, come over here and coach, man. I know you got a nice run in South Carolina, but come on back.
Oh, I would pull up. I would pull up all the time.
Facts. We got every sport, but there we got obviously all the major sports. I mean, WNBA is technically a major sport because basketball. Look at Jack, what kind of me crazy.
Accidental shade. He took it back though.
Got the arena football team. Then we got what is it? The XFL team. We really got every sport, but like WNBA. I don't understand it because
soccer.
We
got a soccer team. We got a USFL team. We got literally everything but WNBA.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm like, what are we doing? Because they could easily just play in the Wachovia Center. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's no, because hockey be done by then, and then he just got the NBA playoffs. So yeah, that can work. I don't know what we doing, man. We over here tripping, man. Sixers need to go get that start that WNBA paperwork starting up, and then go call Dawn Stanley, coach. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all coming out.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Go Cowboys.
Not at all.